Hi everyone, this is Teacher Michelle and welcome to another episode of Unang Math. In this episode, I will be covering this lesson about the location of the circumcenter of a triangle. In our previous episode, we already studied circumcircle and circumcenter. For this time, let's focus on the location of the circumcenter of a triangle. Okay, the position of triangle's circumcenter depends on the measure of its angles. Measure of its angles, I am referring here to acute angle, right angle, and obtuse angle. And take note, the triangle's circumcenter is also the center of the circle. Okay, take a look at this first figure. This is an acute triangle because all the angles are acute angles or less than 90 degrees. This is our circumcircle because it passes through all the vertices of this triangle. Okay, now, where is the position of this triangle's circumcenter or the center of this circle? So it is somewhere here. So this triangle's circumcenter is inside the triangle. Okay, before we will go to right triangle, let's have first obtuse triangle. Okay, this is our circumcircle because it passes through all the vertices of this triangle. This is an obtuse triangle because it has one obtuse angle. Okay, now, where's the position of this triangle's circumcenter or the center of this circle? So it's around here. Okay, so you can see it's outside this triangle. Okay, now, let's go to a right triangle. This is a right triangle. This is our circumcircle. It passes through all the vertices of this right triangle. And if we will locate the position of this triangle's circumcenter or the center of this circle, it's around here. And as you can see, this is actually the midpoint of our hypotenuse. So the position of this triangle circumcenter is the midpoint of this hypotenuse, as long as the triangle is a right triangle. Okay, now, let's give more examples by answering this concept check question. Okay, in triangle ABC, or this triangle, angle B is 90 degrees. Okay, it means this triangle is a right triangle because we have here a 90-degree triangle. Okay, and point O, where's point O? This point is circumcenter of triangle ABC. So we have here point O. This is the circumcenter of this right triangle. Again, if this is the circumcenter, then it divides this hypotenuse into equal length. And this circumcenter is also the center of the circle. So if we're going to draw the circle, so it's like, it looks like this. So this point O is the center of the circle or the circumcenter of this triangle. Okay, find the perimeter of triangle ABC. So we will be looking for the perimeter of this triangle. If it's perimeter, then we are just going to add these three lengths. So we have here 6 centimeters. This is 8 centimeters. What about the hypotenuse? Okay, from the center of this circle to this vertex of this triangle is our radius. So it means from this point to here, it's also radius. From here to here, it's the radius. So we can see that radius is 5 centimeters. So it means this is 5 centimeters, This is 5 centimeters. Add together, that's going to be 10 centimeters. Or this is the diameter of this circle. So we have here 6 plus 8 plus 10. Then this is now equal to 24 centimeters. So the perimeter of this triangle is 24 centimeters. Okay, now, let's answer this simple question. In triangle ABC, or this triangle, angle B is 90 degrees. So we have here a right angle. So this is a right triangle. If segment AB is 6 centimeters, segment BC is 8 centimeters, and segment CA is 10 centimeters. Okay, take note, segment CA here is our hypotenuse. Okay, the question is, we will find the area of the circumcircle of triangle ABC. Okay, we will find the area of the circumcircle of this triangle ABC. Okay, since this is a right triangle, this segment CA or AC is the hypotenuse. And if we are going to cut this hypotenuse into equal parts, this point is our circumcircle. Or this is also the midpoint of this hypotenuse, and at the same time, this is the center of the circle. So if this is the center of the circle, okay, let's try to draw the circle. Then the circle would look like this. So this is our center of this circle, or the midpoint of our hypotenuse. So it means from here to this point is 5 centimeters. From here to this point is 5 centimeters, because this is equal to 10 centimeters. And from this point to this point is our radius. Okay, we are trying to find the area of this circumcircle, or of this circle. So to find the area, we are going to use the formula pi times radius squared. So we have here pi times radius is 5 centimeters. So 5 times 5 is going to be 25. So pi times 25, or the area of this circle or of this circumcircle is now 25 pi square centimeters. Okay, we have here another problem. Let's also try this one. In triangle ABC, angle A is 90 degrees. Where is 90 degrees? This angle. So it means this is a right triangle. So let M be the midpoint of segment BC. So this is segment BC. Okay, this is our midpoint, M. Okay, if segment BC is 10 centimeters, what is the length of segment AM, or this segment? Okay, it's actually given here that this triangle is a right triangle. So it means the segment BC is the hypotenuse of this right triangle. And it's mentioned here that midpoint of this segment BC is point M. It means this point M is also the circumcenter of this triangle. And this is also the center of the circle. So if we are going to draw the circle, then it would look like this. Okay, again, this is our center, or the center of the circle, or this is the circumcenter of this triangle. Okay, the question is, what is the length of segment AM? So from the center, or from the circumcenter to this vertex is radius. And it means this is 5 centimeters. From here to here, it's also 5 centimeters. And from this point to this vertex is also 5 centimeters. So all these measures are equal because these are all radius. So what is the length of segment AM? It's 5 centimeters.